I'm really excited for this expert insight. There is tons of information that is really relevant to you. I was lucky to bring in Corey Jacobs. Corey is a highly successful medical sales rep and a very successful sales trainer. He's an intelligent, thoughtful, methodical, hard-working sales rep. He is a kind person. He is very giving, and I really enjoyed our conversation, and I know you will too. He graduated from the University of West Georgia. He did not immediately become a medical sales rep, but he did jump into healthcare sales. He worked for a recruitment agency where he found his way into a position where he was actually meeting with the top executives of hospitals and selling them on the recruitment services. Having been in that space for years, he was then recruited by a medical sales company and took the leap, where he's been extremely successful. And 2 out of those 3 years, he's been a part of the President's Club, which essentially recognizes you for being a part of the top sales reps in the entire country. But what makes his insights so powerful is the fact that he started his own sales training company, an organization in which he consulted sales teams, both small and large organizations, to pay him tens of thousands of dollars to come in and speak to their team either for a day or for a few days, and had also online platforms and has trained countless people over the years. He has trained them on sales skills, mindset, and more. The more I talk to him, the more I discover. I still have more to discover, but there is so much information packed in our conversations. I'm really excited for you to listen in on my conversations with Corey Jacobs.
Yeah, and I think to your point, everyone knows what you should do. It's the question why you don't do it. What will people think out of fear? We're gonna die, obviously.
Yeah.
And my biggest fear aren't snakes and spiders and heights. It's not living the life that I know I could have lived. And
Yeah.
there's always things like, even when I achieve that, I want something else. But the point is put it on your plate, try it. Because the best things in life are on the other side of that fear. And typically people try to move around fear or the obstacle, but the fear and the obstacle is the way. That's actually there because you're supposed to go towards it. There's there's an interesting, I'm going to butcher this, but there's an interesting story about the American buffalo. And you may know this, but when a storm comes, the American buffalo are one of the only animals that run into the storm. The reason is, scientists say, because they know that's the fastest way past it. So, so the same analogy, put it on your plate, see what you can handle. And someone breaking into med device, go through all these frustrations and motions and hire someone to help you, or don't, or whatever it is.
Wow.
Do what you got to do. Feel the frustration, because you're going to come out better. You will always come out better. Maybe the most challenging thing you've lived or you've done to life to date thus far, but that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Interesting. That one's going to stick with me. I've never heard that, but I don't know why that's hitting so hard, right? As opposed to running away from it and it's just going to keep chasing you.
Yeah. Or around.
Just run head first into the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Avoid.
Yeah.
And it's just going to sit with you that you've avoided it, and you know it in the back of your head. Like, one of the things that I say in my Discover series, for those who are questioning whether or not they want to get in, is MedSales is extremely good for you because it's so complex. There's a lot of reasons, right? So it's complex selling. It's prestigious in some sense, right? Once you're in, you're in.
Yep.
It's recession proof.
Yep.
You get paid extremely well. You get challenged. And so you start to grow as a person. And I say all that because maybe there's someone out there that's not 100% sure they want to do this for the rest of their life. But what that does for you, you're creating this raft for yourself where you'll always be wanted in the industry. The industry will always be there. And you're building yourself into a better communicator. You're pushing yourself to your limits. You're figuring out what you're good at and what you're not, your innate abilities, and you build upon that. And let's say that you want to be an entrepreneur and go invest in real estate. For me, for you, build a sales business, invest in a gym. I know that you're doing that now. You have the money to do that. You have the wherewithal to sit in a boardroom with people so that you can have real discussions. You know how to analyze the numbers, because how many Excel sheets and financial courses maybe your organizations have put you through, right? So now you're so much more capable to do something else if you feel, look, I don't want to do med sales, or on the side, on my spare time, I'm going to put my time into that. So I don't think anyone grows up as a 5-year-old. I'm going to be an astronaut. I want to be a
Yeah.
fireman. I want to be a
Yeah.
med sales rep. That's not up there.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, even even if that's not your final goal. Man, I mean, you could put your kids through college. You
What's
could
more?
buy a
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's my little.
I agree with you. I think um, the juice can be worth the squeeze if you let it, and it is prestigious, so it checks that ego. But it teaches you. I was having this conversation with two of my colleagues recently, Pedro. That's interesting. You said that it is medical device sales from the outside. People are like, all these pretty people get into medical device, and it's so easy. It is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and I am
Yeah,
around the smartest people I've ever worked with in my life. So it requires you to level up.
yeah,
Aesthetically, are there good looking people? Maybe, but they're also the smartest people. So it is quite
yeah,
the place to let you have to level yourself up. So it keeps you leveled up. You do make good money, so you can have some things in your life that maybe you didn't realize you could do. I always wanted to start a business, or I wanted to buy this house, or I wanted a boat, or I wanted to try. You can do that now if you're successful in medical device. So it does check an ego, but it
yeah,
also is the most adversity you're going to face in anything. It's going to be the biggest
yeah,
juggling act you're going to face. So put it on your plate. It will grow you so much. So it
yeah.
is a good place to be if you can get in.
100%. I'd say the number one thing the commonality between all the people that are in med sales or successful at med sales is resilience. People who refuse to lose. You could be a great speaker. You could be great financially. You could communicate well with people. You could have all these different factors that are useful in the space. But the person that refuses to lose will figure out how to win, and they'll push themselves to that point. Because the best sales reps, and you tell me if this is true in your observations, the best sales reps that you've seen, and it's always great seeing a phenomenal sales rep, and you watch them and they own their relationships and all these different things. They're not valedictorians. They're not
Yeah.
doctors. They're
Yeah.
not the book smart people, right? They're just a variation of different types of individuals. They really are. But what got them to where they're at is their refuse to lose, they refuse to let a customer down, to let a patient down, whatever it may be. And you don't know if you're resilient as a person until you put yourself in a place till you have to be resilient. It's not a learned thing. You can
100%.
learn the concept, but you can't learn if you are it until you're put through it.
Well
Anyways,
said. It is. You're right.
that's my
The
piece.
most successful people aren't these brilliant. They're brilliant people because of the resilience. That it takes a level of intent. All right, I'll correct. It's not as much IQ as it is EQ. These are the most emotionally
Yeah.
intelligent people I've ever worked with in my life. Therefore, they're pretty smart, But it is. They may have. They're not geniuses, but they're also not. They're not. Their good looks didn't do it. It's not these talents that they have. It's the hard work and willingness. And I think a lot of, for me, once I got into med device, it was a level of pride. I was like, I'm not failing. I will not leave this industry because I thought I made the wrong decision that first year I came in.
Mm,
It was the hardest thing. And I'm a above average intelligence guy. And I'm a good sales person. Again, not salesy, just I know how to understand how people buy. But I
yeah.
just thought I made a bad decision, but I didn't give up. P Club next year, the P Club after that.
Heck yeah.
And it was the people around me. You kind of are the average of the people you hang out with, as you know. And when you're
Mm,
around these high end, high producing people, you don't have a choice. I guess you do,
yeah.
but I took a sense of pride in it for my journey, and I was like, no choice. I'm going to be right there with them. And
Yeah.
it's why we're sitting here having this conversation today, and I think you took the
Yeah.
same route. As you can see,
Yeah. No, 100%.
I mean, I've gotten so many
Yeah, buddy.
awards.
I was just gonna ask about those. Is that President's Club?
Two President's Clubs. I dropped one of them when I moved. This is a new office, but two President's
No.
Clubs, two top five placements, two Region of the Years, and then a Gold Elite tier. So we get bonused. That's another thing. there's all these different spiffs and bonuses you get. It's just not commission and salary in med device, right? There's other things you can get. But I got a gold elite tier, which was in overall sales for the tenure I'm there. At 1.75 million, you get something. At 3 million, you get something. At 6 million, you get something. At 10 million, they'll give you bonuses
Yeah.
and bonuses on top.
Yes. That's true too. When I was at Stryker, I remember being educated on the differences, the things that matter to people. So some people are 100% satisfied with just getting paid. And then you have some people who really value the recognition of the reward. And it's not an ego, I mean, it could be an ego thing, but it's also like uh, something to shoot for that people care for, right? When somebody sees a board of the top 10, some people are like, I need to be number one. Like that's their driver, right? And that's okay. I need to be able to prove to myself, or like that's so many people need something to go for. And so companies will not just, like you said, give out commissions or extra bonuses. They give out vouchers, travel vouchers. So $5,000, $7,500 for a trip wherever you want with you and your wife and family, right? Because another thing is family, like making their family happy, or apologizing for working so damn hard, sweetie. Now we can go to Turks and Caicos or whatever it is on the company. Yeah, so there's definitely different awards, rewards, benefits. A buddy of mine actually put himself through. He got a degree at Georgetown that was completely paid for by Siemens.
They do so many things. These organizations are true or great companies. They value family. They do recognize the people that are in the top 10, top 20, whatever your President's Club or Winner's Circle, whatever your champion or chairman's club, whatever it's called, they will reward those people because to get in that seat took so much work. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, I know your spouse misses you. We're going to give you like it is,
Yeah.
typically across the board, these companies are just like that, which you don't know until you get in. And recognition is big for me. I don't know if it's ego as much as maybe it is, but it is an incentive that is intangible. When people know you're good, I think we're tribal people as human beings. If we can't provide
Yeah.
value, then why are we living? And it strikes an intricate value as a human beings carry when you get recognition. So
Yeah.
they blow it out I know Stryker does, they blow it out for their national sales meeting. You walk on stage. It's like an award ceremony that you see on
They
TV.
take pride in their national
Yeah.
sales meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I mean, for me, I never got the Rolex, but there are certain tiers or every position that you're in, there's certain things that you need to do depending on what you do, whether you're a manager, director, regional sales rep. You can earn a Rolex, whether
Yeah.
it takes multiple years and you have to hit a certain number or whatever it is. And there was a year that I thought I won the Rolex. Little did I know they had changed the criteria to get a Rolex. And that was the most important thing to me other than my pay. And I got on stage and I got the box and I opened it up and it was just like a reward, like some sort of
Rose or something. Like just a
statue or
flower.
something to put on the plaque for your desk. And I was just like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be amongst all the guys at Stryker that have been there and they wear their Rolex to their thing.
the
And it's
green
not about a
jacket.
Rolex. It's just like it's like the Masters where you
Yeah.
put the green jacket on.
Yeah.
You always have that jacket.
Yeah.
I'm now one of the boys here.
Yep.
You know? I fucking never got
was
it.
close
It's
to
like
it.
I don't even want to buy Rolex for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I want to earn a Rolex.
Yeah, dude.